I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Katty Taylor. She's 5'5" tall with a reach of 66.1 inches. And Katty Taylor. Katty Taylor. Perhaps the greatest athlete Ireland has ever produced.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
One of the hottest. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
For a fighter walking into a theater...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. Looks like trouble was averted. Oh no, Katty Taylor hurt. Katty Taylor took a big shot and has to go down. She knocked the wind out of her and it took her off her feet. Look at this replay.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been her best round for sure.
Wow, that was a fucking dude.
Pick a side, will you live, will you die, will you quit, will you try, sweating eyes, who am I, champions, I die, every morning, every night, boy, I gotta look alive, now you can hear the crowd going wild, yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight, the champions are back in your town, feel the stands and make them shout tonight, the champions about to get down, you know who's up in the house tonight, the champions are back in your town, feel the stands and make them shout tonight, the champions about to get down, pick a side, only two options, be with the winners or the other guys, yeah, ain't no time, we already on the way, better get themselves in line, thought I told you we don't play, the team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up, now all the kids got a new hero.
Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander. And they'll be facing Antonio Tarver.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic...
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for... Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Nice counter. Nope, that hook won't score. Usyk. And now they're right back into the fray.
They've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
He scores with the counter. Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. In some serious trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch caught him clean. Sometimes when you're hold it right there. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
The perfect counter lands. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That right hook won't score. Big swing and a miss with the hook. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be...
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alexander Usyk in that. The bell rings and we start the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. One punch could change everything in this battle. We've never seen Alexander Usyk hurt like this before. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Misses with the straight left. There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, that one caught Tarver clean, and he might go down. Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Back at it in round 4. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Those counter punches have to hurt. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain as a brain.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Leaves a knockout without a doubt.
On to the 5th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He misses with that straight left. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. thought there might be more action here. And Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what you do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last. And there's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Perfect counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Got out of the way of that right hook. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? They blocked the left there. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last. Here comes round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, fight. You have to give it them back because
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
And it's crazy how niggas get looked down on. Like if a nigga lose his job, he get looked down on. He get called, he a sorry ass nigga. Or the nigga can't make ends meet, he not a man. It's like niggas not allowed to go through the same shit that women is allowed to go through. If you ain't got no solid ass bitch when you going through shit, and say for example, your bitch can't even get her own hair done, and you the type of person that always get her hair done, and she gotta go without her hair getting done, and a nigga still in the store, some shit like that, a nigga be like, damn, mama. What's up? Can I take you out to eat? Can I get your hair done? Shit. If you ain't got no solid ass bitch, she finna come straight home and take this shit out up on you and be mad at you and try to throw it in your face that another nigga trying to get her hair done.
What a lovely
This the type of
afternoon,
bitch that
ladies
you
and
should be
gentlemen, as
fucking
we
with.
get set
A
to
bitch should
rumble here at
already make you
Empire Fight
feel
Camp. My name
down
is
and
Todd
you
Grisham.
already fucking down
Alongside
and tell
me is
you what
Johnny Knight.
another nigga can do. That's the last thing a
Roy
nigga wanna hear
Jones.
when he fucked up.
And
You
up
got
against
bitches out here that's like that. If you're dealing with a bitch like that, their
This
relationship is
bout
not
is
gonna go
scheduled
nowhere
for
for you.
8
Well, you
rounds
really
of
gotta fuck with a
boxing.
bitch that's
Fighting out of the red corner,
An open-air outdoor stage. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. He misses with that straight left.
So he can't say that's nothing wrong. He want to live my life the way I live it, you know. So
Do you believe this? And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny. And that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Todd, this is something you can never ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
something really real to rap. Like a dive, you know, it's like money. But I've been through. So they can't say that's not.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swinging and miss with the hook. There's a counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got a dominant shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching me every move, every twitch.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. And there's the bell to start round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You don't want to trade shots. They block the left there. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute.
And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter shot. This is with the straight left. Straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Misses with the jab. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what there's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Through the straight left, but it won't score. You'd like to see more jabs. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter. They're both trying for a knockout. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones and now. On to the fifth we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Misses with the straight left. Tried to score with a jab. Perfect counter shot. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to...
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
The straight right just misses. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Halfway through the round and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Tarver in that last one. There's the bell to start round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Another scoring shot there. He threw the hook, didn't land. He misses with that straight left. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I would not want to be a judge here. This fight has been extremely competitive.
How will this pan out?
And there's the bell for round 8. Who's going to be the first one to get clipped?
We're supposed to be the pros, Todd. I have no idea how this is going. But their approach to this next round, look at them. Confident as though they're fresh as a daisy.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands. Whoa, Johnny, and it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
It'd be 216 fucking pounds. That's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.